proper attire that you look forward to rocking in the fall, that you were still rocking in 90-degree weather, yeah, you can rock it now, y'all. It's okay. You can now bring it out.
Okay, you guys y'all heard it first. Kids 6.
Heard it here first, man. You heard it here first.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to our sponsors, Sour Life Clothing Line, Rich King Brand, Capture the World. You feel me? Before we get into what you mixing up, man, I just want to say this weekend, it was definitely a great weekend.
I wish I could say the same.
Yeah. Friday, went to Agenda Reveal. Shout out to my homegirl, Britt, who will be bringing in a beautiful, healthy young girl.
Congratulations.
Shout out to her. And then, man, shout out to my bro, man. Saturday, we got to witness something great, Carlton and I.
Amazing.
Shout out to our bro, Say and Z. You know, my boy proposed to his beautiful queen over the weekend.
Oh, that is so awesome.
Yeah,
man.
during
Big
their housewarming.
moves.
So it was definitely
great.
great.
Housewarming and engagement.
Yeah,
that's
man.
Dope.
It was
that's
great.
Dope.
It was great.
Yeah.
A great thing, man. Black love, all that good stuff, man. So shout out to them. Now we can move on. Because, you know, we're going to get right into what you're mixing up. Kick things off with some NFL. 49ers thrashed the Browns last night 31-3, making the 49ers the only undefeated NFC team. And the Browns now fall to 2-3.
The 49ers.
The 49ers.
The only undefeated NFC team.
Right. And guess who's the only undefeated AFC team? New England Patriots.
Not surprised.
Yeah, we're definitely not surprised
at all.
Now, I think what might be a big surprise for those, and then again, it's not a surprise for others, is this Cleveland Browns team. And it's wild because I think someone has said it. Everything doesn't always look good on paper. You have so much talent, but yet you cannot get it together with that talent. And this Cleveland Browns team still look like a Cleveland Browns team of the past. They're just not disciplined.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, do you think it's the organization? Like, are they cursed or something? Because
they have to be on both sides of the ball. Like, you have so much talent, it's not even funny. So the fact that you're sitting at 2-3, your quarterback only passed for 100 yards last night. He was 8 of 22. So what is it? Like, what's really going on with the organization itself?
Yo, they got something going on, man. It gotta be. Listen, man, I'm a Cubs fan. We went through a 108-year drought before we won another championship from 1908 to 2016. So I know a little something about curses.
Right.
Yeah, you do.
They might be cursed. They were the Cleveland Browns. Then they moved to Baltimore. The Ravens won a championship. They moved. They had to create another team back, Cleveland Browns again, because they was like, damn, that was the championship we was supposed to get.
Right.
And then they've been trashed ever since. So
I really don't know what it is, man.
I don't know.
Wait, didn't they beat us though? The Ravens?
Who, the Browns?
Yeah, was it the Browns? What team beat us that we were surprised they beat us at home? Wasn't it the Browns?
It was the Browns.
I know.
Yep.
So I can't
it was
even
the Browns.
say nothing.
It was the Browns. But what I did want to briefly recap the Steelers Ravens match on Sunday. Reason being is because I was not expecting that to be as good of a game as it was.
Oh yeah. That was a game right there.
It was definitely a game. Now I see you made the sound effects in the back, but when you really look at it, we kind of exposed your quarterback.
Ooh.
Defensively. Now, if you were tuned into the game, Juju, we could all blame that Juju cost us the game, right? On that fumble. But realistically, yes, you could blame him, but the game shouldn't have went into overtime, number one.
Yeah.
When you cause a quarterback to throw 3 interceptions and you get 5 sacks on that quarterback,
I should have won.
Let's talk about the 3 interceptions. We had 3 interceptions.
Are you not going to address that last?
No, I'm gonna address it. One of the interceptions, I was definitely surprised that they really called it. It should have been incomplete.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, the one that Devin Bush made.
Yeah.
That was not no interception. I don't know how they called it an interception, but whatever.
Pittsburgh refs.
But nah, not even, because y'all knocked out our quarterback and he did not, and Earl Thomas didn't get a flag at all. But our linebacker, you hit the man helmet to helmet. They didn't even throw a flag on that. But our linebacker tackled Lamar Jackson, and he got called for roughing the passer.
It was late.
It definitely wasn't late.
It was so late.
Are you kidding me?
The ball was gone 30 minutes.
Are you kidding me? Hey, yo, the one thing I can say about you,
He had threw the ball, then he got hit.
nah. You could still touch that, man, and it wasn't a bad hit. Now the helmet hit, that should have been a flag. Off rip. They didn't.
They threw a flag.
They definitely did not.
They didn't get penalized for it.
Nah,
they threw a flag when he went to the commercial, right before the commercial.
You know who they threw the flag on? Jefferson.
You talking about after that?
When he tore his ACL.
They threw a flag
for that. But got 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
If you don't score offensively off those turnovers, you're not going to win a game.
That's true.
You couldn't ask much from the Steelers defense. They did everything that they were supposed to do with Lamar Jackson, especially their run game. Everything you were supposed to do. You held Mark Ingram under 100 yards rushing. You didn't allow their quarterback to get over 200 yards. I think he had in the game probably 140 something passing yards.
So who are you blaming for this loss?
The offense and Juju.
I seen a lot of people blaming Juju. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah, we could blame Juju, but offensively, if you don't capitalize off them turnovers, you can't expect to win a game, get 3 interceptions, and all you're getting out of that is 3 field goals.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's
Come
too much.
on.
Them 3 interceptions. That's a fact.
Defensively, yeah, I'm gonna give them a round of applause because they did their damn thing.
He did a good job. Y'all did a real good job. It's a shame that they're going to end up firing Tomlin. It's a shame.
I mean,
It's going to happen.
It is, and I'm fine with it. They need a whole.
That's who I thought you was going to blame.
Nah, listen. I've always felt as though after we went 14-2 and we lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars because we were only focused on New England. That right there, that's when I knew, we need to get rid of Tomlin. We need to get rid of the whole coaching staff.
I agree.
In my opinion. And I'm a diehard Steelers fan, y'all. So I need y'all to understand this, but I'm just stating the facts.
I got another diehard Steelers fan that I know, and according to him, y'all still winning the division this year.
You know what's crazy?
He is super diehard.
But it's possible.
It's really possible. He's from Pittsburgh too.
It's really possible because our third string quarterback who came in, who was an undrafted rookie.
But he wasn't a bum. He's not a bum.
He's not.
He clearly showed he's not a bum.
Yeah, but you got to really think. If you third string undrafted rookie coming in, you're going up against a defense like the Ravens.
He felt like he had something to prove.
You have some quarterbacks who would really
Buckle.
Get nervous,
right?
Mess things up. But he came in, he was confident and comfortable.
And he was accurate.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
So I like this kid.
I saw people on social media saying, "Oh, the Ravens' victory wasn't that much. A third string quarterback came in and was torching y'all." But if the kid is good, the kid is good.
Right.
So that's not no knock on us because we still won. And if we had lost, people would have said the same exact thing. I'm saying that y'all third string was good. A lot of people third strings is not good, and y'all's was good. Yeah,
Jets second string and third string quarterback were both trash.
Right.
So
right.
Yeah. So I like what I saw out of him, especially.
Is it time to call Kaepernick?
You know, it's funny. I sat there when that play happened. I sat there and was like, "Damn, we might need to call Cap."
Yeah,
we might need to because there's really nobody
left.
Calling
12th grade, some 12th graders up. Like what?
But you know what? I sat there and thought about it. I don't think we need another quarterback because I remembered us picking up Paxton Lynch in free agency. I remember us picking him up. He was the Broncos' first-round quarterback, I want to say 2 or 3 seasons ago. But, yeah, I mean, he's not any better. But, I mean, we have a quarterback on the roster if he just so happens to get knocked out. But I was like, yo, this will be a time to call Cap.
Yeah.
It will really be a time.
Especially if they don't like Cap because defenses. I mean, these lines are trash. So he'll gonna get hurt, and then you ain't got to worry about it.
I look at it like this. All right, if there's one team that would actually consider bringing in Kaepernick, it would be the Steelers. Reason being is because if we were able to bring in Vic, and y'all know majority of Pittsburgh white folks, they were already upset at the fact that they even brought in Vic and had him on the team.
How long did he stay though?
I think we had Vic for like two seasons, maybe 3 at most.
Yeah, he was there for a few years.
So
that was the last team he played for.
Yeah.
Somebody also said if they really thinking about getting rid of Tomlin, the least he could do before he dipped is look out for his frat brother. They both Kappas, right?
Yeah, they are both Kappas. So man, we'll see what happened. But I love our defense. Offensively, we just got to step it up. If we don't step it, we can't keep relying on the defense to go out there and make things happen. It's like, all right, we've wanted this in the past, and we finally have this. So now it's like the offense just has to capitalize. That's just what it is.
Y'all don't have a bad team.
We don't.
I didn't watch none of y'all games this season, but this one, and I was expecting to see a bad team, and it was not a bad team.
Yeah, like I said, they really surprised me coming into this game. So we'll see what happens, man. And shout out to the Redskins finally getting rid of their head coach Jay Gruden.
Yeah.
That was a must. That was a must.
Games.
Right, it took them 5 games to lose in order for them to realize how trash they were. So hopefully they make the smart decision and let my man's go to work. Haskins, see what he can do. Because at this point you might as well just let him rock out this season, and then you'll know what you need to surround him come next season. Moving on to some NBA preseason. So last night, of course, y'all know, New York Knicks, man, they try to make a name for themselves. And anytime you go and play for the Knicks, I feel like you have to put on this tough guy persona, because if you're not built to be a Knicks player, you just not going to survive. So Marcus Morris was ejected for hitting a player in the head with the ball. I know you saw the highlights of that.
Yeah, man.
Yo, that was hilarious.
I just have to say, as a grown ass man, if you ever hit me, we gotta fight. Like, we gotta fight.
Is anything on the court more disrespectful than that?
Like that?
That's like one of the most disrespectful things you can do.
Unless you did the Eddie House back in the day, it was Eddie House, Rafer Alston, Skip to My Lou, when he slapped him in his head like a little boy.
True.
I think it was like Orlando versus the Celtics
or
like
if
that.
you're Kobe and you got slapped.
No.
He got snuffed by what's my man's name that played for the Knicks?
Chris Childs.
Yeah.
Two-piece. I mean, sometimes
or if you catch a two-piece
like
and not able to get a hit out of it, then that's disrespectful. So, but to get hit in the head with the ball. But the Knicks did get the win, 104-99 over the Wizards. And then the Pelicans, they dominated the Hawks 133-109. And the Raptors, they took down the Rockets 134-129. Now, I just want to say, Lakers, they had their game over the weekend against Golden State. My Lakers did win. I just want to say, if this team can stay healthy,
it's a problem.
It's going to be a problem in the West. I just need y'all to know that. It's going to be a problem. Bro, and I know you see it. I know you see it.
LA is going up.
He is so hyped.
Of course I'm hyped. Yo, but see, the thing is that for those who are really NBA fans and they really tune into the games and know what somebody can do, Anthony Davis been a problem since he stepped foot into the league.
Definitely.
But the fact that you able to just come in, I think he only played, 10,
he didn't play long game.
10 minutes, if that, 22?
Yeah, I'm about to say.
10 boards?
Quick double-double.
Hey, come on.
Quick double-double.
Come on, yo.
You know what people going to say, though. It's just preseason, but if you can even do that in 10 minutes in a preseason game.
If you could see what your starters can do in the pre-year, that says a lot.
They was chilling.
That really says a lot. So, my Lakers, man, I need y'all get ready. And then if you're, for all the baseball fans out there, you got the Astros versus the Rays tonight, Game 4 of the playoffs. Houston leads the series right now 2-1. So if you are a baseball fan, make sure you guys check out that matchup tonight. Moving on to some local news. Missing woman alert. Anne Arundel police are searching for Makima Clagett.
That looks right.
Clagett. I don't know how to
That might be close.
Clagett?
I think people no.
Clagett?
One of the two.
Oh yeah, it's one of the two. I don't know. Try to be real fancy with a name like that. I don't know. But anyway, 27-year-old who left their job on foot and hasn't been heard from since. So, the family is extremely worried, of course, and mentioned this is out of Makima's character. So if you have any information, please contact the Anne Arundel Police Department. Moving on to some regular news here. Joshua Brown, the neighbor of Boheem Jean, who testified against Amber Geiger, was shot and killed late Friday night near his apartment. What a coincidence.
Okay.
Right.
So what do y'all think?
You know what I think.
You know what I think. What do you think?
We know why they killed that man.
Because he testified?
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on now. It's almost like
Hey, was he the only person who testified against her?
No.
Right.
No.
He's one of the neighbors, though.
Yeah, he was one of the neighbors, but I mean,
My only
like
issue, my question, why would you, why kill him after the trial, though?
Hey.
Yes,
So
that's
what would be
saying.
the
Like,
what's the
that's just
benefit of killing him after the trial?
Yeah, which was kind of weird because I mean they
That's why I
already
don't think that
gave
was a
her
motive.
the
That's why
sentence.
that's
10
why it
years.
makes me feel like I don't know, because she's already sentenced. Like if the police or a police sympathizer is going to kill him, wouldn't they kill him before he testifies?
Maybe.
Because what's the
But
benefit?
you can still kill him because he testified, though.
I mean, well,
Yeah.
You just mean
Revenge,
just
simple
just-
vengeance.
okay.
You just got her locked up. We on like. Yeah.
We warned you, and you went ahead and
you
did
went
it.
ahead and did
that's
it.
true.
Go face them
which is
consequences.
crazy because she's still locked up anyway. Could have been a family member. Who knows?
I mean,
You just
yeah,
started her
that's
time today.
Still not enough time for one. For two, you still gonna want revenge.
Right. It's just crazy, man.
She not free.
It's really sad. Really sad situation. And then a Florida man was sentenced to 10 days in jail after he overslept for jury duty. This young man also doesn't have any criminal background records, nothing. So
when I read this story, I was so enraged. Seriously,
Jury
10
duty?
days.
So
and
what-
you got
what usually
enraged. Am I saying
happens?
that right correctly?
What usually happens?
I
if
wasn't
you,
enraged.
What usually
Oh,
happens
okay.
if you if you miss jury duty? Don't they usually hit you with a fine?
I
or
thought it was
something?
a fine.
No,
to.
that's not.
Or a
No,
warrant.
that's not what it says. It's,
No, but he
it's-
got-
You can get any of those things.
Okay,
Now,
but he got all
that's
three.
not
He
justice,
got
though,
10
bro.
days
10
in,
days
in jail,
But
150.
I think that they needed.
community service hours and a
It
year
was
of
a little
probation.
heavy-handed. It was a little heavy-handed.
little.
But it's a message because
That's
people
not justice at all.
people
Right.
don't take it serious,
That's
right?
cool.
He could have got one of the three.
That's cool.
No, I'm
All
saying
three
it's
is-
just
is
like a
too
police
much.
officer. It's to his discretion. He can give you a warning. He can let you
It shouldn't
go.
even be
They
to
can
his
lock
So it
you
would
up.
be a
That's not-
he
not
being
justice,
a
man.
young black.
That's not justice.
Male.
No, here's the issue.
Let
And
it
a
be a white
lot of
kid.
people don't understand this. We
That's
need
not-
more of us to be sitting on the juries when a lot of us are defendants,
Why
and
does it
because we don't
matter?
take
the
the
justice
jury
system ain't been
duty.
for us anyway.
But a lot of times that's based on the fact that the jury makeup doesn't represent the defendant. You know what I mean? A lot of times it'd be white males, white females, black women. A super minority is men, black men. And this is another example. We don't take it serious, but then when we get these
Listen.
court cases, when we go to jail, we like, damn, what happened? We should have been on the
Justice.
jury.
While that-
Well, I mean,
while that is a
that
good
was
point.
a bit OD though.
But it was-
he
that's
could've
the
got
point
one
you
of the
raised.
three, and they could have easily.
But I
got
still
hit
think
with
it was
the
a little. It was
community service
A
out.
little.
too much.
A lot. Justice
lot,
Is,
yes.
Justice is justice. That was not just.
Yeah, but
That
if
was
you
not
get
just-
if you get jury duty, so he's saying he overslept, right? That's what
That's cool.
that's
I
what
don't
he's
care
saying.
if he overslept or
We
missed
don't
it on
even know
purpose.
if that we're gonna take his word for this. He
This
probably
honestly
just
doesn't
didn't
matter.
go and then said how many
Well,
times he
he
did
did-
do something?
according
He
to the
probably just
story-
didn't go
Honestly,
and
it
said
This
he
doesn't
man
matter.
got the
overslept.
same amount
How
of
you gonna
days
oversleep?
as the white woman in the college scandal, the college money scandal. Like this is crazy.
No, she got 14 days.
Oh, 4 more days. Wow.
She
But
got
I'm pretty
14
sure they
days.
probably gave her 10.
That's
just
not
'cause.
justice either.
That like come on,
And the other way
Her
around.
fine
Right.
was higher.
man. Listen, that
Still
was
not
just
justice.
OD.
We're not saying that he shouldn't have showed up.
So what should have happened to him? So y'all think nothing?
Fine.
Y'all
He could've had a
think
fine.
nothing should have
I got the
happened to him?
fine, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Fine at most.
At most.
Yeah, and that's what people
And we don't even
expect.
know the fine was undisclosed, so we don't know what the fine was. But that was he got
No,
all
they said
three.
the fine.
How
They
much
said the fine. It was like $150.
Okay, that should have been that call
They
of
would have
day.
slapped him with that.
It was
That's
something
it.
stupid. Oh
Keep
yeah,
it moving.
everybody going to fake
that
sleep for
I know
that.
most people that don't want to pay $150 for missing jury duty.
Should
So-
agree.
But
They only
nobody
want
wants to
play
go
a
to
parking
jail for
ticket.
10 days.
That's
for not,
cool.
For
That's
not
cool.
doing it.
That's cool. But that's also not.
I just think
justice.
personally he should have had a fine. Not no jail time, no community, not no probation, none of that.
Nah,
A whole
hell
year
no.
of probation? Seriously?
No, they said they knocked that down too,
That's cool. It should be gone, 100% gone.
and they knocked the record off. He's not gonna have the criminal record.
They shouldn't have had it in the first place.
Right.
Yeah, he needs
That's
to go.
what-
I can't believe that y'all are
He's not a criminal.
outraged about this person who violated his
Believe it.
jury duty.
It's-
Believe it.
no, you're
And
missing the
then
point.
when
How
somebody
he can't oversleep though?
Forget.
That can really happen.
Well, let's say
It's
this.
not about- it's outraged about
if
what
we
they-
if we had more better people on the jury, that girl wouldn't have got them fucking
that's not
10,
the
that
argument.
10 years.
Or
Y'all
that's-
can understand the correlation between the
Nah,
makeup
that's
of the
not
That
jury
was
and
that was
But
off rip
that's-
gonna happen because they're in Texas. So we
No.
know
That's
white
not the
folks
Not
argument, though. The
necessarily.
argument is not that he shouldn't have had a violation. We know he violated whether he overslept or not. The
he
argument,
didn't oversleep. He lying.
we don't
That's
care
cool.
whether he lied or not.
He
The point
overslept.
That man
is
overslept.
whether
I don't
you
even care.
whether you intentionally missed jury duty or not. It shouldn't have been all three.
He didn't
things.
think it was a big deal,
That's
just
all I'm
like
saying.
y'all looking at it, except for
It was a little-
he was somewhere where they took it more serious.
Nah, they got it.
Doesn't
Now,
matter.
in
We can
Baltimore,
never
this
prove
don't
what he
happen
was
like
really
that.
doing.
First of all, in Florida, we understand how they gonna treat black folks.
Yeah, that's crazy down there. He should have knew better.
We know how they gonna treat black folks down there.
Florida is just different.
They are. Nah, that's exactly why I don't want to live there.
Facts.
Exactly why I don't
I
want
think
to
we
live
all
out of
agree on that.
Florida.
Facts.
We agree on that.
Yes.
Stay out of Florida.
Stay out of there, man. Moving on to some entertainment news here. So, Jason Mitchell, who was the star in the series The Chi, enrolled himself in some counseling and personal development courses following the allegations against him. Now, he completed his mental health course, also took courses to work on anger management, self-awareness, acceptance of responsibility, and purpose.
That's good.
It is.
My only gripe is that I feel he should have done all these things beforehand.
Yeah, I
but-
was gonna say.
you
Do you think
know-
he's only doing this because he got called out on it?
Absolutely.
So if he
'Cause
never
damage
got
control,
caught, so
you
if
know-
he never got called out, he would just continue to do it.
I think so. Yeah.
You think so?
But ain't that like the order of operations? Like you got to see the problem first to try to do something about it.
But I feel like some people are aware of the issue but don't do anything about it. I'm sure R. Kelly knew his issue but didn't do anything about it, which is the point. Which is why people are saying like you had multiple opportunities to get help because you're aware and you chose not to. And I feel like he's the same. Now that he's called out.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think sometimes you could pick up on a habit or so. Like
course you know.
for example, when I'm not sure if anyone caught the little docuseries that Meek Mill did, but he mentioned how he was getting when he was drinking lean on a regular, and he decided to enroll himself into some classes so he can get the help that he
Nice.
got. Because if he didn't, it probably
Some people
still
may
be
not
doing that.
understand the severity of their issue, but they have some awareness that they do have a problem. It's a little thing we do call denial. We
Yeah.
see it all the time for people who have substance issues and other issues. They know.
Yeah,
They know.
I definitely agree, man.
So-
There was something that I wanted to bring up here. So, your girl Oprah, I believe she made a donation to Morehouse University. I believe it was like $13 million or something. And there's been some heated HBCU alums, speaking their mind on it because
They donate to the same schools. all
yeah,
the time.
and I
Of course.
agree. I agree. I feel like when
course.
you constantly hear about HBCUs and donations and celebs,
Howard, Morehouse,
it's
Spelman.
always those three universities where there's so many other HBCUs
true.
out there, and it's just like y'all always look at these top three, but you'll
What
be
is top
quick
three?
to
Morehouse. What's that?
they're always donating to Morehouse, Howard, and Spelman.
Yeah.
But you quick to, be in pics with a Winston-Salem State outfit on, all of that. You repping them, but you don't even donate to them.
Or
You
unless
donate
let's
to
just
the
say
same
from what we
HBCUs.
from what we know. We don't know what people do outside. They may not. Everything is not publicized.
Nah, everything is
do.
publicized.
No, we're not saying $1 million, but
Everything
you know.
is publicized.
That's
We
not
know.
true.
Yes, it is.
Jay-Z didn't publicize a lot of his stuff, and
That's
people
Jay-Z
criticize him.
because Jay-Z's probably telling them like, yo, if you publicize anything, I'm going to get you for that.
Aside from
point
that,
is-
if he donated to HBCU, we would know that
Hell
he did
yeah.
it, and we would know which school it was.
Yes.
Oh,
So I just
I
feel like
disagree.
I feel
Plus,
like these
I
celebs
disagree.
need to broaden their horizons and go around to different
Agreed.
HBCUs and see.
So y'all
what's going
telling
on with
people
them.
what to spend their money on?
Nope.
We're not telling them what to spend their money on, but
Nope.
broaden your horizons and go out and see that.
If
What
you
if,
are
what if they
going
have
to donate,
but they
that
got a
actually
connection
do
with that
need the
school?
money.
But they got a connection with that school.
They probably don't.
at all.
Keep it at
Morehouse.
So you
is
think
a
they just-
all-boys-
they just-
Morehouse is an all
they
boys
just-
university. Oprah ain't go there.
Yeah, but I'm saying she got a connect. She got a connection with somebody. Somebody there. Somebody in management. Something.
But they can also
That's cool.
get connections with other universities.
Absolutely.
Again, I'm not saying
Yeah.
I'm not telling them how to spend their money, but also realize that there are other HBCUs out there that actually really need the money
And they're not getting the
and
money.
not getting anything at all.
yeah, I agree with that.
That's all I'm saying.
We gotta notice that.
Come on, well, go ahead and be the spokesman and write to Oprah.
That's what I'm about to do. I'm right.
And tell them donate to Lincoln.
Yup.
Y'all sounding like Monique now.
Hell yeah.
I guess.
Y'all gonna get blackballed in Hollywood.
Did Just Hilarious
That's
go to
cool.
college?
Split into 13 colleges. $1 million.
That's
You
not
know-
a bad idea.
Yeah,
Y'all
it's
would have
not-
complained about that too, though. Black
Nah.
people.
Because the
Black
people
people
probably was
complained
saying,
about
well,
that.
how y'all
Why-
choose 13 or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
why 13? 13 an unlucky number.
Nah, I would really think if they actually did that and did it for universities who
It's not a
actually
bad idea,
need it, then I think that would bring awareness, and it would make people who
More
went
people.
to HBCUs a little happy. Like, all right, then I feel like celebs will probably step out more and be like, okay, you did those 13, let's do 13 more.
Yeah.
So I think it would actually like bring awareness, and it would be like, okay, you know what? Yeah, let's do this.
And 13 million is a hefty amount. Like,
That's
it wasn't
To
even like
Morehouse,
5
like
million.
these students
you know,
just
right
get
with
their
one
student
college.
loans paid off of. Like, what? How much more can you do for Morehouse?
That's true.
Damn.
We just talked about that.
You feel real angry
Like,
right
come
now. You
on,
need that
son.
money, huh?
Frederick Smith, shout
Really
out to
mad
you.
about this.
Yo, yes.
Well,
Like
man.
I can't take it no more.
Y'all act like people going to these schools for free.
Man,
They're
listen.
paying to go there.
You know what? If you
These
go to
schools
Moore-
got money. Let's
if
not.
you going
You
to
know what I mean?
Morehouse,
Donate
you
to some
going there for free.
homeless people. What are y'all talking? These schools
He could
got
do that.
money.
He could do that too, but
We would talk about people that really need money. Them universities don't need money.
the students,
They
there,
want money.
the students.
They
there.
get money.
The university.
Homeless
caters to the
people
students,
need money.
and they need that.
University don't need it.
They also need money. They both need money.
Facts.
Yeah. But the hierarchy is higher for homeless.
Yeah.
Man, but you know, it is what it is, man. And moving on, one more bit of information with entertainment. Another man is free, thanks to Kim Kardashian. Mamulu Stewart has been released from prison after serving 23 years in prison for murder. He was tried as an adult at the age of 16. For murder.
You shouldn't have been.
Yeah. Depending on the circumstances.
Wait, what are the circumstances? 'Cause I don't know the circumstances.
I have no
Yes,
idea.
it-
If
Right,
somebody
so-
lost their life at his hand, is that enough?
I mean, why did they lose their life? How did they lose their life?
Right.
Like, what happened?
Yeah.
I would really have to look into his trial and how it played out and who he actually murdered and why. But I mean,
some people at 16 are tried as an adult.
yeah.
So we have to know what his charges were. So.
But Kim K just keeps doing her thing, I guess.
And you guys don't think it's because of her influence?
Absolutely.
Even if it is, that's
Just
a great way
supposed
to
to
use
use
your
it,
influence.
Right. I mean,
At least she's.
that's-
I
at least
will
would-
take that
I would
from her.
rather her do that than to keep seeing her nudes on social media. It's like at this point, yo, your
We've
kids,
seen them already.
Your kids can look on YouTube, all this stuff. They are intelligent.
Right.
They not trying to see their mom naked again, looking
They
awkward.
naked
Well, she's
all the time.
kind of chilled on that though, so she had.
Yeah, because you know what,
Good for her.
she's doing this now. So
And she's a
I'm-
mother of 4, so she
yeah,
needs
so
to.
I mean, it's
calm
good. I'm
that
pretty
down.
sure Kanye probably told her to
Yeah.
sit her
Of 4.
ass down. Like, all right, yo, the media done
I'm
already
surprised you
say
didn't
you
bring Kanye. He's been in the news.
what?
It wasn't he like defending Trump again?
That's nothing new. That's
These are
nothing.
defending
That's true.
Republicans.
That's
Yeah, Republicans.
That's
Right.
nothing new.
You're right.
That's Kanye, man. But that's all I have for what you mixing up. Unless you have anything.
No, I don't.
Yeah, y'all just going to do that?
Okay.
What?
They're not going to talk about Tyler Perry?
You know what?
Oh,
Tyler
snap.
Perry, his whole
Yeah.
his
That
studio.
is right.
I mean,
Listen, man.
That dude
Listen,
is a
man.
legend.
Yeah.
Listen, Tyler Perry is legend.
Fact.
Oh, hell
you just
yeah.
said, Tyler Perry is a legend. Shout out to
Legend.
that
so
man.
shout outs for him for
Like,
his
in abundance.
Perry Studios.
He gave it's all black people studio. It's like a whole mini town. He got the whole studio set up. He gave black celebrities their own stars on the ground like it's in Hollywood. He
That's
went
amazing.
The whole like I seen some of the videos from people that was there
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
crazy.
It's really amazing, man. It's
Yo,
for
you know
real,
what's
for real
you know
amazing.
what's so crazy? What Tyler Perry is doing. If other black folks really started doing that, like people have to understand, like the black community can really take over everything.
Absolutely.
If we really like started doing things for ourselves and really made and highlighted ourselves for our accomplishments,
He bought
because
the land, all of that.
yeah,
He did.
like
Yeah.
Plantation land.
You know, so funny, you guys.
turn
Tyler
this into
Perry
a
came from
black-owned
being
studio.
homeless.
That
Yeah.
definitely did.
He came
Definitely-
from being
definitely
homeless, and
did.
look
So,
where
I
he
mean,
is now. So
right.
So the area, I don't know if y'all familiar, but the area that he bought was like Army Fort property. Like this is not no little space. Like he already had a studio, but this is like the kind of studio like Hollywood level studio, like massive studio. Like this is a big deal.
I mean, I think that I don't even think I know. This is like major for
It
Tyler
is.
Perry, man. So this is amazing.
So you know what, Kendall? Thanks for that reminder.
Yeah, this is
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I don't even know
He
how
did
we
that.
forgot
God,
about
yeah.
that. But
Man.
yeah, shout out to that man, Tyler Perry, doing
Be like
great
Tyler
things.
Perry, y'all.
Facts. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. If you ever find yourself where you having a
I
down
know the last
period,
Tyler Perry movie y'all went to go see.
Name the last
even
one?
Know
No, that you went to go see.
that I went to go
That
see.
I went to go see?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen plenty of them. I've seen plenty plays. Shout
Yeah.
out to Tyler
But he
Perry.
got.
It's been
I
a
think
while.
the last one
He
that
got
I
a
went
lot
to
of
see
he got a lot of
was-
things coming up. I think it's going to be some stuff that people get into because now they're going to be branching into other types of movies, not
Yeah.
just the stereotypical ones that he's done in the past. So he signed like a couple big deals. So you're going to be seeing a lot. I think that he's going to release some stuff that everybody's going to be able to get into because it's going to
Okay.
be different type of stuff.
Need that.
Well.
That's going to be great. We definitely need that, man. So shout out to Tyler Perry again. Moving on. We got a nice roundtable mix question of the day for everyone.
Yes, we definitely do. We definitely do. I really wanted to talk about this topic because you guys know last week we all saw the verdict. Am I saying his name right? Botham Jean?
Yep.
Okay. So we know what she got. Amber Geiger got the 10 years. People were already outraged with, her verdict. However, his brother decided to go ahead and forgive her, give her a hug. Judge did her thing, gave her a hug. There was a lot of coddling going on, and people they just couldn't believe their eyes when they saw that he actually not only forgiven her, but gave her a hug. So it made me sit and think, and I said, well, have any of us ever been in a situation where we've forgiven someone or, just someone who did something really serious to either ourselves or a loved one? I feel like we all have, right? We were really quick to pass judgment with him, but I just thought about some situations that we've probably forgiven. I know people probably say, well, no, it's not as serious as shooting and killing a loved one. But, I feel like it's how you define what level is serious and what's not, right? So my roundtable mixed question was,
Keep going.
but about that serious, because see, you put levels on stuff, right?
Yeah, you kind of got to, but.
Some people will say, well, you can't really say my thing is any serious than your thing. Some people will argue it,
I would disagree.
but
We
we
get
know
there.
you
We gonna get
with
there.
them levels. Okay, so my roundtable mixed question was: have you ever forgiven someone for doing something really serious to you or a loved one? And I really wanted to know what people's experience was like if they decided to forgive someone. So I didn't ask people to talk about what they forgiven the person for, just to really talk about what the experience was like when they did. So my first mixness. Well, first of all, did your mixness say anything?
They did.
Okay, what they gave some good responses.
Yep.
No, daggone, what they did.
Yo, you were disrespectful.
It's like, I'm kidding. All right, my first person said yes. Exclamation mark. Forgiveness isn't about the offender. It's more so relief for yourself. Just had to stress that. Initially, I didn't understand this concept. Revenge was the motive. When I actually had the opportunity to serve the aforementioned quote-unquote cold dish, I've realized that this really isn't revenge or retribution to be had. And in that moment, I knew that I have matured and grew within. So this other person said yes, and it was freeing. I had to realize by me holding on to the hate I had for him, I was only condemning myself and the living in bitterness while he was living his life. This other person said, you have to forgive no matter what. Forgiveness is never for the other person. It's for yourself. You only have one life to live, so carrying a heavy weight is not an option for me. So this person also said, yes, it took a few years, but once I finally forgave, it was like the heaviest weight I've ever had been lifted off my shoulders. I used to think I had to hang out karma myself, but once I chilled, forgave people who didn't necessarily apologize, God looked out for me in ways I can't describe. So this person said, always, it's not all about them, even though I know being forgiven can be transformative for the person receiving it. But I'm not going to waste time or energy holding grudges. Let go and move forward and set boundaries if these people are still in your life. So this other person said, always forgiven, never forgotten. This person said, my boyfriend went missing. So I actually know the backstory from her. Her boyfriend went missing for a month. She ended up finding him, and he said he fell asleep at like a friend's house, stayed there for the whole month, didn't know where he was. It's a whole crazy story
what?
No, it's a whole crazy story to that I don't even want to get into, but that was a reaction we all had at first, including herself.
Y'all can't be mad because y'all, if we had jury duty, y'all have been cool with it.
You know what? Anyway, it's more to the story than that, guys.
Like
but she did forgive him. She did forgive him.
As she should.
Yeah.
Creative.
This other person said, liberating and peaceful as others have said, it was for me and not for them. Holding on to anger or grudges, punishing the victim now, the abuser or individual that caused harm. I also looked into it as my sense of control to release it. Never forgotten, but forgiven and released. And my one only Mixx said nope. So I only had one no, and I had several yes.
Yeah.
Carlton, you looking like you itching
I'm a no.
to say talk about that, but we going get to that. So what did your Mixx is?
I don't know. I'm gonna just read off some of the ones that I can, because right now I don't know, the service is acting a little wild in here. But one person said, I forgive you, but I want to forget you situation. You never speak to these people again, and if you do, it's surface level because you never forget the harm that they caused. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, everything, I think some of the ones that were the good ones. Anyway, yes, it was hard, but it was better for my sanity. Mm-hmm. And then, yes, I have. I say in order for you to be at peace with yourself, you must let go of any grudges. Forgiveness lets you be free. I had to forgive in order for my life to move forward. Yes, sometimes you have to accept the apology you'll never receive. In order for me to have peace within, I had to pray through forgiveness. The moment I forgave, I was able, the moment I forgave was the moment I felt free. And then forgiveness is for yourself, not the person who did you wrong.
Shout out to your Mixx. They were good answers.
I know.
Shout out to them.
So I'll ever disrespect them again.
You know I will.
I had a few more.
They were actually good though.
He said,
I know
never
they
disrespect them again.
I know.
Facts.
Put some respect on his
Because you know they be lazy with it sometimes.
Oh, and then one more. Forgiving them freed me and made it easier to let go, move on. I had to realize that what they did was not about me at all. Mm-hmm. Forgiveness is empowering.
Okay, so I think we had a clear consensus. It's surprising, even through the outrage. This is what's so interesting to me. Everybody was so outraged when he did it. And I guess I'm going back to what they said about the level of, or the severity of the situation. So a lot of, as we've clearly heard, many people said they do forgive. And I quote, I said really serious. So it's not something small, something
like death or murder. in this case.
Egregious. Yes.
I got a question for you.
For me or for us?
For y'all.
Okay.
But I think it's probably for you because
Oh my God.
I don't think that they take this like to the degree you take it to, but forgiveness, right? Okay, so to me, you demean the infraction if you are quick to forgive.
How so?
So if you do something to me and I'm like, oh, I forgive you. It's not for you, it's for me. Was it really that big of a deal to me if I'm able to just toss it to the side?
Yeah.
No. So to me,
that's the whole point.
We're just slicing words. So it's like forgive but don't forget. Okay, so my thing is this. You can not focus on something, not think about it, but you can still be angry about it. I don't have to forgive you. Right, so if I just say the word forgive and then all of a sudden I'm released, I'm free.
Forgiveness is more than just saying I forgive you.
But we're not saying that you do something bad today and I'm going to forgive you the next day. For them, it might take time.
But if you're one of those type of, it's not even about harboring it. It's just
that's what for many people that's what that is.
Yeah, but my thing is that because some people are waiting for the person to exhibit remorse and ask for forgiveness and play this whole song and dance.
Not necessarily.
But if you just move on with your life, you don't forget. I can't forgive somebody for killing someone in cold blood. Like, I don't see any point where there's no words that you can say that's going to make me understand, feel better, nothing like that. You know what I mean? And so when people say that, it's just, to me, it just doesn't seem realistic.
I mean, but that's you. Y'all are completely two different people. Yeah. So how you feel to where you can't forgive somebody, he probably doesn't want to go through that because it's like, okay, I can hate her for the rest of my life. Why do you even have to think about that person? Why can't you, like, if I did, who took the person that meant so much to me, which was my brother, out of my life, so I have to think about her.
So you're saying she's a cool person. So she's a cool person. So your journey is not about moving on with your life and repatching, the void in your family. Your journey is about forgiving this person who did this. Like, there should be no focus on that person. The focus should be about moving forward for whatever.
But for people, it's difficult to do that. That's what forgiveness is about. I actually want to read the actual technical.
How can you forgive if they didn't say that they are remorseful?
They may not have to. You may never ever get that. It's not about them. That's the point. It's for you. You may never get. You're Mixx and said it, which I really like. You may never get that apology. You may never get it.
Some people said that it's not about them.
It's not about them. It's about.
What if they're not sorry?
They may not be.
Then this is a pointless exercise to me.
Here's the thing. I want to read this, and I'm going to leave. Oh, go ahead, see. I'm going to let you speak on that. Okay, so how they define it, right? Psychologists actually define forgiveness as a conscious, deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment or vengeance towards a person or group who has harmed you, regardless of whether they actually deserve your forgiveness. 1. 2. Just as important as defining what forgiveness is, though, is understanding what forgiveness is not. I need you to hear that too, Kay. You got to understand what it's not. Okay. Experts who study or teach forgiveness makes clear that when you forgive, you do not gloss over or deny the seriousness of an offense against you. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting, nor does it mean condoning or excusing offenses. Though forgiveness can help repair a damaged relationship, it doesn't obligate you to reconcile with the person who's harmed you or release them from legal accountability. Okay, I just want to make that I could go on with it.
It's a whole bunch of lawyer speak. It's ridiculous.
No, go ahead, see.
No, I like that speak. So
there was some parts that was good, but some
parts. I actually want to read a little more, but there's more.
Okay. Read more.
Instead, forgiveness brings the forgiver peace of mind and frees him or her from coercive anger. While there is some debate on whether true forgiveness requires positive feelings towards the offender,
facts.
Experts agree that at least it involves letting go of deeply held negative feelings. In that way, it empowers you to recognize the pain you suffered without letting the pain define you, enabling you to heal and move on.
Read that last part again, that last sentence.
In a way, it empowers you to recognize the pain you suffered without letting the pain define you, enabling you to heal and move on with your life.
Those are pretty words, but most people do not do that. So if we're in a relationship, I cheated on you, you take me back. You say you forgive me, right? That's what I'm going to shoot a hole in all that stuff you just read.
Okay.
You say you forgive me, you take me back.
Yeah.
We moving on in the relationship. I go out with the fellas. You call on my phone. You wilding out because you're having flashbacks of when I did whatever I did, right? But you said you forgive me. Every time you can't reach me, you bringing it up. But you said you forgive me. You don't forgive me. You haven't forgiven me.
I agree.
And that's what most people do in life.
That's why we're saying that this is the whole point of conversation.
But I'm saying
that's why people really don't know what forgiveness
just a
really
word
is
that people
about.
say. It's just a word.
I totally agree with you. That's why we're having this conversation.
All right.
So we could define what forgiveness really is.
Yeah.
All right. So I feel like we know what forgiveness is, and from that, I think we do know.
We know.
I think we do know, and from that,
I think we like the idea of it.
But I think the idea of it is what it is. You take the philosophy, whatever, you apply it to different situations, so it looks different in situations. But we know what forgiveness is, and that I think is the entire point. It's not about if you forgive; it's about how you do it. So to go back to the original thing, like the court case, they killed. She really went in his apartment, talking about it was her apartment, and murdered him in there. Cool, you murdered him, whatever. That's hard. That's hard to forgive. That's a very big thing. If somebody murdered one of my siblings, it's gonna be hard for me to forgive him. But I know, in order for me to live a peaceful life, I'm going to have to find that forgiveness. Now, me finding that, the way that I find that, how quickly I find that, I feel like, and how I show that I found that, I feel like in some situations is just as important as me finding that forgiveness. Because this isn't a small case. So the way that it looks now, because the family members, even the freaking judge hugged the lady. You know what I'm saying? Now it looks like we feel sympathy for a murderer. It looks like the family just easily forgave this murderer like that. And it's it's cool.
I think it was just the brother and the father, because the mom.
But y'all had to wait. You guys have to take it into account, though. This is a whole year now.
And she didn't express remorse.
So it's not like it happened yesterday.
That's why I'm saying I think it's like a political thing too in some aspects, because it's been a year. That's enough time for you to find forgiveness, for stuff like this. Cool, but that doesn't mean be all in the courtroom hugging this murder.
Well, the judge was complete. She had actually some grievance filed against her from the religious foundation or something like that. But totally because she's supposed to be impartial. But the brother, can we really say if he felt like he wanted to give her a hug?
Yeah, because now it makes the whole entire situation look totally different. This is why I say it's not. It's sometimes it's bigger than just you and you finding and you feeling the need to hug. It's bigger than that, because now we as a people, as society, we felt like that was a win for us as black people. Somebody that got murdered by a police officer finally got some kind of justice.
Right. So I'm gonna throw a curveball for you.
Somebody in there hugging them, it makes it look totally different.
Because we also know we made it a racial thing, right? Because she was white. If this person was black and did the exact same thing and the brother hugged her, would we have that much outrage?
I think so, yeah. Because there's still a police officer.
Would we have talked about what we had?
Still a police officer.
It's the police officer fact.
I see a lot of people on the Facebook, they were talking about more of a race and
that
slave
out
mentality and all of
that stands out too. That bailiff that was fixing her hair in the chair, that looked crazy.
Yeah, those
that
are
look
all
crazy.
Things. The stuff that comes along with her being a white person, the stuff that's gonna be there. Period, because they're white, but a lot of the racial things that are there, they kind of go away, but it's still a police versus black people thing at the end of the day. If we make it's easier for the system to work how it works if the police officer is white because of the racial thing, but that doesn't mean that if it's a black cop that it makes it that much of a difference, because you're still a cop, you're still doing the job of a cop, which is to let the system work how the system's supposed to work. So it's it changes.
I think it's definitely heightened though because of the race. Because we see more of
but not enough for us to be it's any more okay. Because it was still if a cop, if we just knew that, we didn't know that the victim was black or white, or we didn't know that the cop was black or white. If we just heard a police officer broke into somebody's apartment and murdered them, first thing we gonna think is, okay, the victim is black and the cop was probably white.
Which was
and then before we even go that far, we just gonna be we don't know if the victim was a black man, black woman, if the cop was a white man, white woman, or whatever. But even still, the cop part, we still gonna be However that part pans out, we still gonna be like, all right, we would probably be only surprised in this situation if the victim wasn't black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're saying maybe he went too far with the hug?
I'm saying maybe
take away the cop and the judge.
I don't even want to say maybe they went too far, but I want to say the fact that they did that, where they did that, for it to be publicized in a way, you gave the media ammo to spin this whole thing to make the cop not look like as bad of a person as she was.
Right.
And that's the part where now, for all the people that might have been coming along the side of, damn, maybe the police are wrong sometimes when they kill black people. Now they might be looking at it like, oh, well, maybe the cop isn't that wrong. Because even the family of the victim don't think the cop was that wrong. And that's the part.
And I don't think he was consciously aware of that.
I think because he even mentioned he was. I think he had mentioned that he didn't even know that the cameras were still rolling.
Yeah, see. And
so it's like I don't know, and then you got the pops getting out there talking about, you know, whenever she gets out someday, I would like to be her friend. You sound crazy. You sound crazy.
You're right. He is doing that for him. Maybe he's trying to hit
proudly
like
with
his son
a
was
smirk
doing.
on your face that you want to be this person's friend. Come on.
Well, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't person that person's friend, but I mean, well, look, he spoke. The brother did speak out, and
he spoke some more.
Well, no, he did say that was he was explaining his hug. And he said that was just my gesture, my decision, to let her know that I truly forgave her. She still deserves love. She made a mistake, so they believe it was a mistake that she probably truly regrets. So if you want to forgive her, just understand that God forgave you. So remember, they're very religious. So I don't know. I just feel like my Christian missionaries would have
that's where a lot of the political stuff come from too.
And
then people gonna be looking at the religion like, oh, a lot of the Christian religion has caused us to look at white people like they can't do any wrong. So even when they do something that's really wrong, we still can't even fathom looking at them as like being the bad guy like that.
Right.
And
I do agree with that.
But that's what I'm saying. All of that stuff, and then on top of the fact that we've seen the family hugging this murderer and all of that stuff, people gonna be looking at it like it makes everything look totally different.
So now, what if it really were truly accidental?
What was accidental?
No, not the hug.
Oh,
the killing the brother. Let's say, because a lot of people don't believe that it was. But let's say if it were, would it made a difference?
Who don't believe the white community don't believe it was an accident?
No, some of the black people don't believe. DJ Envy was talking to, shout out to the Breakfast Club, man. DJ Envy was talking about, he believed that it was truly an accident.
You know, DJ Envy is just so confused in life at times. So I can't even take him serious.
So there's some people in the black community, not many, but it's some who feels that it was accidental.
Can you name someone a little more serious? Because I can't take him serious.
It doesn't matter. You can't take him seriously. It's still one person in the black community. I don't care if he beige or not. You don't even gotta
name anybody else. Anybody that doesn't think this was that does think this was an accident needs to smarten up.
Okay.
Because the reason why they found her guilty is because there's too many things. For one, it's pretty much like if in any case it could have seemed like, and I don't even see how it could even be like how the fuck can it even be an accident?
How that's a serious question.
It's
like
very
you
peculiar.
Didn't use your key.
It's very peculiar
to get into the house. Number one.
So does she keep the doors unlocked? Maybe she keeps the doors unlocked.
Even if you really thought it was your apartment, how can it be an accident? How do you accidentally kill somebody that you thought was an intruder in your crib? Like you killed them on purpose. You just thought it was your crib. That's not an accident.
Right.
Right. I think they meant to like I made a mistake. Right.
Yeah, and it's like you did make a mistake because you murdered somebody. But that's why people was like it wasn't an accident, it was a mistake. And then from all of these different aspects, it's like it's no way that people are believing that you didn't know that this was your apartment. Like it's not your apartment, bro. Right. You got this kind of rug in front of the apartment door for your crib. It wasn't there in front of this one. So immediately, step one off rip.
You're not questioning. Hey, who took my rug?
I got a big red rug in front of my door. It's not one right here, but it's one right there. But I'm still gonna go in here.
And she was not inebriated, so and even if you were, I feel like you have some awareness, at least know where you live.
Exactly. But even if you are inebriated, that's even worse.
You may not know how you got home, but you know your house. I feel like you know this is your place.
You walk in there.
You all been in that situation.
I don't got this painting on the wall. Who's this black family in this picture? Something like
come on, you know it's not your crib.
You know that.
Even the setup when you walked in was that dark. Like, come on, here she.
Right.
Okay.
Wasn't he sitting down?
He
sat down,
sitting there eating a croissant or some wild shit, chilling, watching the games like Sports Center. You just pull up.
Come on.
What are you doing?
So I think they said that he was sitting down eating ice cream, but then when he heard her come in, is when he got up and was walking towards her. I guess she said she got scared and shot him.
Like, come on, bro.
He should have been scared
and shot her.
Like, come on.
Well, yeah.
You're coming into my place.
He wasn't strapped.
Because let's say that would have happened. A lot of white people would have been outraged that he killed this white cop.
No, they couldn't be. They really couldn't.
But
and they would have. They would have.
They would have. Like, and then you would have did all the times. What happened was this random person just came into my apartment.
Yeah.
How did they come? I don't know how she got in my apartment. I didn't give her a key. I didn't give her permission to come in, and she had a weapon and she was about to draw. On the dead body, it's a weapon right there. I did what I had to do.
Hell yeah.
People would have tried to find a way to make him look like he was wrong.
So
if this would have been the other way around.
So I have two questions. So my first question for you guys is, if you were his brother, would you have forgiven? With everything that we just said, would you guys have forgiven her? One. And two, just in general, have you all forgiven someone who's done something so terrible to you or a loved one?
I wouldn't have been able to forgive her.
You sorry.
Nah,
okay.
but I'm not gonna live my life like hating her for the rest of my life. But I just can't forgive you.
So
like, you took someone away from me. It's gonna bother me because I feel like someone that close to me, a sibling. I just can't, like, everything is just. I'm just going to always think about the times that we had together. Everything's going to remind me of you. Certain movies, if we go out to certain places, everything's going to remind me of that.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you guys are close siblings.
Yes. So that right there, like, no, I can't forgive you, and I can't even take your tears serious. You're trying to act as though you're so apologetic. No, I can't take you serious. I know your lawyer told you to do that,
especially since she's lying.
So it's
she's
like
still
I
lying.
can't. I can't
Yeah.
do it. For me, I can't. Now that's big on his part that he was able to do that. Cool, but again, we're two different people. I can't forgive you for that. I'm sorry. I just can't.
Okay, so have you forgiven someone in your life who's done something to you?
Yeah,
really bad, really bad that you
I
think
have.
of.
What
was that like?
What really bad is, for some, when you really look at it, some others, they might have something that was really bad aside from murder or anything. But when it comes to cheating, yeah, I forgave somebody for it. But then it was like, did I really forgive them? Because then I was taking all my hurt and frustrations out on the next women who were coming into my life, and I actually really had to have a one-on-one conversation with her in order for me to forgive and let go, so I can be happy.
Okay. All right, see what's up.
It would be extremely hard to forgive him. I don't even want to say. I think the level of forgiveness that I would come to would just be me finding peace with the situation. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that what happened, and I have to move on at some point. It would never become a point where I would hug this person. If I ever did forgive them in another kind of way, aside from finding peace within myself, with the situation, that person would never know. I would find
right. I was gonna say, so you'll never say to that person,
I would never.
I forgive you.
I wouldn't. No, they would never know. I would never speak words to this person again. I couldn't do it.
No.
I couldn't do it because it, like, the amount of time and like effort it would take for me to find that kind of peace, knowing that a person like that did this to like a sibling of mine. I couldn't reverse. I would never want to reverse that process by seeing this person and having to talk to them, and that would bring back all of that stuff. And it's just like, nah, I'm not trying to. So you messed up. You deal with that. You deal with that. Same way I had to deal with the situation to find peace within myself, and try to look for some form of forgiveness in there. You do that with yourself. It's gonna be harder for you than it is for me because you did it. But you definitely not gonna catch me hugging them in court at the sentencing.
Hell no.
No.
Like, yo, imagine her, like, the day that she gets out and just so happen to randomly see this family at the grocery store and she attempts to go give a hug.
You mean after the fact? Like, after the hug and everything?
Yo, I'm going to have to slap you. And I apologize because I know it's Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Yes, it is.
So I do apologize.
So you can't, we don't endorse that here in the Mixx.
No, with her, I'm going to endorse that.
That ain't domestic, by the way.
That's not domestic. No, it's not domestic.
So with her, yes, I'm going to, like, think you really about to give me a hug?
Yeah, because
we not friends.
think what she gonna say. We know we not friends, but I still want to hug.
Nah.
I need love, like the brother said.
Oh well, I'm pretty sure she probably gonna get a lot of love in jail.
She may.
She may.
So have you forgiven someone in life for something really, really bad? Whatever we define what bad or serious is to you.
Yeah.
You gotta really think about that, like. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about different situations,
Okay.
but I'm thinking about would
Yeah.
that be considered forgiveness? Like, I found peace knowing like why somebody might have done what they done, as messed up as it would have been towards me, whatever they was going through, or whatever, and forgiving them for that is like, I mean, I guess it's forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, under these circumstances, it caused you to think like this, which caused you to do like this, whatever. And I understand that because I'm smart enough to understand that. Do I think that me being in that same situation would have done this, should have done this? No. But you did, whatever. You had to live with that. It's cool. But at the same time, like I said, even in situations, personally in life, I'm not speaking to that person anymore or those persons anymore. So like the forgiveness, I guess that is forgiveness.
Yeah, that is forgiveness.
That was
you don't
like,
have to.
Along
You don't.
with one of the definitions. One of the psychological definitions you read, it was something like that.
Yeah, like you don't have to have like tea and crackers with this person. This person's not going to be your best friend, and you don't actually have to state, "I forgive you." The way that you've processed that, and that's how I've processed my situation. I had to really think about, okay, well, maybe this person is really in a bad space. I don't even know what's really going on with them. They just probably made poor decisions, and I was, affected by that decision, which helped me to forgive, but. I don't know if I've actually, I'm trying to think if I've actually said, I did tell that person that I did forgive them, but I didn't feel the need to we didn't need to be friends anymore. I just moved on. I was like, okay, what's done is done. Yeah. I have forgiven you. All right, I feel like once you kind of, I don't know if I could have that kind of relationship with you anymore after you done something like that to me. I'm just like, nah.
You know what? I'm gonna say yes, like for sure, to the forgiveness part now.
So
because I literally just looked up the word forgive, and it's basically just saying stop feeling angry or resentful.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You just let that anger and resentment go, but it doesn't mean that you guys gonna have to share a relationship.
It won't happen again. Like anything of the sort.
And I think it's because that trust is broken.
This might apply to like it's like I feel like one of the things. But about forgiveness is that you kind of gotta train yourself to lean towards indifference about a person or a situation, because it's like I feel like on a human level, most people, they start off on a level of love, like with a person, like just general love for another human being, and then that can grow or that can dissipate. But at the same time, it's like you don't want to spend time hating somebody. But you don't love them, so you kind of want to just be indifferent, where it's like, I don't care about what this person does or doesn't do or whatever, it doesn't affect me. And I feel like that is the peace of mind that I find in the forgiveness. Like, I'm not resentful to this person don't even exist in my world anymore. They can't.
And that's forgiveness. And that's the same thing, kind of essentially what I was talking about.
That's forgiveness.
I think some people, and that's why I think people with forgiveness, they feel like if I forgive this person, I ain't gonna forget or have to have a relationship with this person, and that's not the case. Like, you don't, and if you choose to, that's your prerogative, but you don't have to. And people feel like, well, that's not forgiveness, but it is. It is. I say that's I forgive you. I find that peace in myself. I let go and I move on. I feel like once the trust is broken, in a lot of cases, it's really hard to restore that. And when someone, I just feel like there's just honorability in relationships or whatever ship you have or whatever interaction you have with this person, and once that's violated, it's just oh no. But then again, we can say you talked about cheating, right? That's one big thing that I think people talk about when we talk about trust. Some people feel like you can rebuild that.
Some people take that chance.
Some people take that chance.
Some people take that chance, but it's
people.
Shout out to them. But it's going to be. I feel like it's going to. It's going to be extremely tough. I mean, especially for women. I know it's extremely tough, especially if they're
for men. It's tougher, I think.
Stepped out on them and got another woman pregnant. That's hard for a woman. But you have some women who actually, go through it and forgive them.
The baby part, I don't know about that. I mean, I have forgiveness, but I don't know about me continuing the relationship.
That's you, but some
But
women
for me,
actually,
no, I'm saying for Leah,
But there are some women out there who
would. I said I don't know. I'm not saying I don't think I would, but yeah,
it's tough.
Going out and doing that is one thing. Having just completely, because you're consciously aware of what you're doing, so you went in it having unprotected sex. Shooting up the club, come on, bro. Like, you could just, at least if you go and cheat, ladies, I'm not condoning cheating, but I'm saying at least if he's going to do it, just, god dang, like, you took it a little too far. Like, like, at least if you're not going to, I don't know, it's just too much. So, you laugh, I'm serious though. Like, you done did all of that. You stepped out, you having sex, you busting in her, you didn't get baby. Come on, like,
I think that's probably the worst thing. It's like, all right, I'm cheating and I get somebody pregnant and they actually want to keep the child.
Because there's so many steps to avoid that, and I think that's where my anger comes from.
Yeah.
Like, is that something that's really preventable?
Yeah. It is.
You know what I'm saying? That's my whole thing. Like, that, yeah. So I think.
But you can understand the forgiveness of somebody who murdered somebody?
I can understand forgiveness in on all levels because we just define what that means, Ken. So let go of the anger and the resentment.
Let me throw this at the panel.
It's about how you
how is your forgiveness levels if the person is not remorseful? They are arrogant about the deed.
Because you're still looking at it at the other person.
No. I'm saying, so does that make your does that affect your forgiveness journey at all?
While it would be nice.
No, let's look at your shoot the club up scenario. So let's say that he's not you did say that. You said shut the club up. So let's just say you say it's preventable, this and that. All right, it is what it is. She pregnant. I'm having a baby. Get over it. Now tell me about your forgiveness strategy.
I may still forgive you, but I'm not continuing the relationship.
What you forgiving me for? I'm not apologizing.
It ain't for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
so again. Remember we said it's not. You got to think about what forgiveness is not. We're not looking at it for the other person. That's how a lot of people get that mixed up. It's for self. I don't need you to help me move on.
No, I get it. But what I'm trying to say is
nothing to help me move on.
That's like when somebody didn't say thank you, but you say you're welcome, but he didn't say thank you. It's just like your welcome
just
doesn't apply.
Just because you're not polite don't mean I can't be.
It doesn't apply though. It's like the wrong word.
Here's the thing, Ken. So
it's like using a period, but the sentence is still going on.
So what I hear you're saying is your actions is contingent upon someone else's, depending on what they do and don't.
I'm saying that
in certain cases,
certain actions deserve a proper reaction, but you can't use a reaction that doesn't apply based on the situation. You can't say I forgive you if you did not ask for forgiveness. Like I can't say you're welcome if I didn't say thank you.
Being remorseful is not contingent
upon
that. It's like saying
God bless you, but you didn't sneeze. You like, well, this God bless you ain't for you. It's for me.
That's very different.
It's not.
Forgiveness is you do not have to be remorseful for you to forgive someone. They're not mutually exclusive. Now that's what you're looking for. You got a lot of expectations.
You're interpreting a word different than what it means.
This is why I looked up the word forgive, because I had a similar train of thought before I got to my conclusion. But it says forgive. The first definition says stop feeling angry or resentful toward someone, or it's in parentheses because it doesn't be someone, for an offense, flaw, or mistake.
Right.
So from that, it's like, that's why she's saying it's not for you.
But that's what I said in the beginning. You don't have to be angry with them anymore. You can move on. But using the word forgiveness when they have not asked or expressed remorse or asked for forgiveness, there's no I'm sorry, there's no nothing, then that's not being angry is completely something that's doable, but it's not forgiveness.
Whether you say that is forgiveness. You're just not stating I forgive you, but that's essentially what you're doing. So it's the action.
That's kind of like what I was saying.
So what's the difference? So y'all are making an even plane for when the person has forgiveness or has remorse, and for when the person doesn't have remorse. Y'all are making it equal.
It doesn't matter.
So therefore, you are delegitimizing the whole thing.
No.
This is why when she said like you can't make.
I know you agree with them because you a forgiving girl. You want a forgiving girl.
This is why she was saying you can't make your forgiveness contingent upon the other person.
Right.
And this is why I also said like when she asked me like if I was in the shoes of the person that killed my sibling, would I show forgiveness? And I was just like, I would have to come to peace to it. So based off the definition, I would forgive him. But that person would never know that.
Right, you don't have to state it.
But
that person think I hate
you
them.
100% right.
That's why I clarified.
But this is the part. This is the part that I think y'all minimizing. Okay, so like you said, the person, we use a scenario from the Dallas family, right? So in a scenario where the person is remorseful, I'm sorry. We're putting that using y'all definitions on an even plane with someone who is not a white supremacist that just kills and I don't care, forget these niggas, kill. Y'all like, oh, I forgive you, and there is no forgiveness. There's no express because most of the cases are like that. There is no expressed or implied forgiveness. That y'all just walking around for y'all just like the hugging dude. Then y'all mentally hugging them. Y'all mentally hugging them.
Forgive you and still think you need to get what you deserve.
Right.
Well, how, you forgave him.
No, I can still forgive you. Just like you said, every action there's a proper reaction. Like, some people really, really, truly believe in retribution, and white
supremacists, the people that killed all black people in the civil rights, they should be forgiven by the family. And
I'm not going to
talking crazy.
So
right
they
now.
still need to get what they deserve. You need to apologize in order for me to forgive you.
No,
that's not what forgiveness is all about.
So you believe turn of a cheek.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
The situation already.
Because you can't do anything to them. You forgave
me on this all night.
on this. Yeah.
You know, I want to say this one last thing, Kate. You the type like you be in a relationship. Well, not in a relationship. You dealing with somebody, and you like, I ain't gonna say I love her because she ain't say it first. So I'm gonna wait. Even though you really feel like that, you ain't gonna say it. You gonna wait for her to say it first? Cause that's how you do. You see like a tip
probably
type.
In a lot of scenarios, yes, but in a lot of times I didn't feel it first. I didn't feel it. If I feel it, I'll say it. I'm not. It's not contingent on whether she says it.
I put it to you like this: I can forgive a person for my own sanity and still want the proper reaction. If the proper reaction to, let's use extreme example, if the proper reaction to something would be for that person to die based off what they did, I can forgive them and still want that. That's a part of my forgiveness and to stop.
Because it's not fueled by anger.
Because most of them people that's forgiven like that is not like feeling like that.
But that's why I'm saying that based off the definition of forgiveness, if you don't feel that resentment anymore, then that's cool.
That's forgiveness. Yes.
But if you still want them to get what they deserve, you still forgave them. They just still reap what they sow.
Facts.
Okay. So that was a roundtable mixed question, guys.
I enjoyed that.
I like that.
That was good. That was a good discussion, man. We have time for a Whose Mans Is This. I feel as though there are a few who deserve to be blessed with the Whose Mans Is This.
All right. Who's getting it?
So the first, I have to bless the NFL with a Whose Mans Is This, man. So the NFL, they fined Saints linebacker Demario Davis $7,000 for wearing Man of God headband. You're going to fine this man $7,000.
Yes.
For wearing a Man of God headband.
Yes, I'm sorry.
At this point,
you agreeing with this?
At this point, what does the NFL want you to do?
You need to wear your uniform. It's specifically stated in the contract that you signed that you cannot wear none of that extra stuff that's not sanctioned.
How was that?
That's
how was that extra?
It's extra. It's extra.
Man of God, that's being extra?
That's a part of your contract.
It's in the contract, B. They can't do it. They make too much money. We have a big problem because of people making statements.
That's a bad
Stop
clause.
trying to make statements.
That's a bad clause in that contract.
But it's in there. It's in there, and that's why he was fined.
I think the NFL needs to really look into that because I feel something like that, you should not be getting fined for that.
So why can't we just why not let them wear?
That should not be in it. If that's what you want to do, you can rock that.
No, you can't.
No, I'm saying that's what you should be able to wear.
Yeah, if you can't.
Off the field.
No grown ass man should tell another grown ass man that you can't wear a Man of God shirt.
And if you can't do that, then NFL, we just want to know one thing: Whose man's is this?
Seriously.
All right, so
So
go
we
ahead.
will
You
still
wanna
bless
know.
her. Whose man's is
Hey,
this?
who man's is this?
You gotta know.
Who man's is this?
We don't.
Moving
know. We
on.
don't know.
A Texas man robs a bank the day of his wedding to pay for his fiance's ring and the wedding venue.
That's crazy.
His fiance saw the surveillance video from the bank on the police's Facebook page. She contacted him and convinced him to turn himself in. Yes, he was white.
Oh, you know I had to. You
know-
knew it was coming.
Of course. See, we divorce our wives without them knowing. White folks rob banks the day of so they could pay stuff off.
I mean, it's, is as crazy as it is. That's somebody gonna say that's love, man. He was.
Nah, listen, fam. You should have known.
The only thing is, if you got caught, bro, now you ain't getting.
It's a wrap.
It's
She
a
probably
wrap.
gonna leave you.
He didn't get caught. She
caught.
made him turn himself in.
Yo, he was gonna get caught regardless.
She probably
meant,
thought
like,
that he was going to get caught.
That's
Why
highly
she
irresponsible.
mean?
Yeah.
She probably was just like, we went through all of this time planning this whole thing, and this is when you chose to try to get money.
Right.
Yeah,
The day of.
I had to be like,
Who's-
babe. I
she
mean,
probably-
that was admirable, but then definitely
She
not.
scored.
admirable.
Asked him, like,
She scored.
she probably asked him whose man.
No,
is
she
this?
probably in low key like, dang, he really did all that for me.
No.
I would be like that. That's
You would be
crazy.
Of course you would, because you a damn fool.
That's foolish. I'm not saying.
I want you to tread lightly right now, because we all know whose man is this.
I
section.
know.
Fact.
You know his finger be on the
Think
trigger.
about it. Think about this, y'all. I mean, low key, we know it's stupid as hell. But I'm just saying, she probably like,
Hey,
damn, he
who
thought I
is
was
this?
worth for him
Going to
robbing the
jail.
bank, going to jail.
That's a
I'm good.
no.
I'm good.
This nigga trying to get locked up. He might not even want to get married. He's trying to get locked up to avoid this wedding.
Facts.
We don't even know what's up.
Hell
with him.
yeah, but we're going to bless this Texas man with a whose man's is
Oh,
this.
man.
Hey, who man's is this?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Who man's
This next
is
one.
this?
Now this next one.
This next one, yes.
All right. Fortunately, young black woman climbs into the lion exhibit at the Bronx Zoo.
It's the Bronx.
You know, I think the lion that was staring her eye to eye was even confused. Like, what is this bitch doing right now? Like, what? Yo,
It's a setup. Because
Then
you know,
she
if he went to, or I think, yeah, he attacks her, they're going to shoot it.
but then she goes
He ain't getting
onto
killed.
IG and she does some crazy freestyle. She looks crazy. Something's mentally wrong with her. Yeah.
She had no bars.
No bars. She just looks crazy. Eyes bulging. I don't know, man.
She high.
She probably was something.
Okay,
She's probably
so the
on something.
the person who was
She gotta
recording,
be.
I don't know who it was. They was trying to convince her not to go in there, but they ended
I
up recording
bet.
it anyway. Right? Yeah.
You almost was just lunch.
But no, they said it's like, I don't know, like a reservoir, something in between that they couldn't just, the lion couldn't just jump over it. So she was safe, essentially.
I don't want to test that.
'Cause I read a comment.
They could find a
But-
way.
I don't want. I
When
wouldn't want
it's
to test
fresh
that
meat,
out.
they could find a way.
So does the recorder get a whose man's is this too? For
Nah,
not
because
trying
I
to
feel like
So why
everyone
you
who was at
recording
the
it?
I feel like everyone who was at the exhibit would have been recording that. I
You
would have
gonna
been
try-
recording that. I would have like, look at this damn
No,
fool.
if someone you knew though, you gonna just pull them out like, yo, stop playing.
Now, at this point, the person who probably recorded was probably fearing for their life. Did you see her? She looks crazy.
I didn't see her. No, I
Yeah,
think
you,
yeah, I
she
probably
didn't
made
see
looks
her
her.
do that.
crazy. She
Okay,
looks crazy.
So it's mental health.
Huh?
Is it mental health?
Nah, I ain't going to front. Something's probably mentally
Okay,
wrong
because y'all
with her.
was killing me when I
But,
said.
yeah, it's not. Something's probably mentally wrong with her. But we still going to bless her with a
We
whose
gonna
man's
bless
is
her
this.
with
Because,
whose
man's
yeah,
this.
you wildin'.
Hey, who man's is this?
Needs that.
Who man's is
Needed
this?
that.
You got one?
Did anybody go see the new Joker movie?
I
didn't.
didn't.
Absolutely.
You did see it. So,
did see
you know, I hear people
Can't
were
wait.
actually, some people, well, I didn't see it either, but some
seen
people were walking out of the theater because they said it was really dark. Had a very dark theme. It was just too much for some people, especially for those people who know someone personally who have mental health issues, and it was just too much to bear. Did you agree with that?
I can see how they could think that.
Okay, so they can't get a whose man's is this for walking out if it's triggering.
I would say they would get a whose man's is this for going to see it in the first place.
Right.
Okay.
That means you
fair.
have no idea
'Cause you know that the
about
Joker was
yeah,
this.
like it's the Joker. Like, come on, bro.
if you're a true Batman fan or so, and you understand like the Joker himself, then you will understand this man in all films had mental issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a good way to spin it, because I was like, technically, okay, I could see.
It's the Joker.
But we still going to bless y'all with a whose man's this, because I don't know why you thought it was going to be
different.
Like he was a
Why
happy-go-lucky person.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
I think people were saying like they just didn't think it was, because they probably see like previous,
And I'm saying,
Jokers.
no,
and
even in
we've
those.
seen they've been dark.
But
Even
you know
in
what?
those.
The thing is that you have, in this generation today, there are a lot of sensitive people. And I feel like every time a movie or a series or something touches on something that should be touched on,
Yeah.
everyone always feels like it's a problem. So the fact that, okay, if you thought it was dark and deep and a lot of mental health issues, that's something that we completely ignore today. So that needs to be brought to light.
Absolutely.
Whether it's in the movie or not. But see, y'all don't never want to talk about that. Only time y'all want to speak out on it is if someone is trying to make fun of it.
Oh yeah, then they be all talking about it.
Then everybody want to bring out statistics, this and the other. Come on. I just gotta do better. Quit being so sensitive. But we'll still bless those folks with a whose man's is this.
Facts. That therapist approved that message, Kid Six. That was dope. All right, you don't see that too often, right?
I know, right? Hey, we gotta cut that part out. Listen, you got a whose man's is this?
Nah, I don't got a whose man's is this.
Can I say one? I know we ain't do gig grinders in a little while, but I want to say this. People, at work, after you use the bathroom, use the last of the tissue, can you replace it?
At work?
Or just, people just bathrooms in general, but I see it at a lot of workworkplaces. Like, come on.
What do you mean replace it? Like buy another one?
No, replace the roll. That is so annoying.
What you mean? It's locked up.
We have. Well, in my job, we have the rolls that are saying, "I'll just take one and put it back there."
Oh yeah. Nah, okay. I feel you on that. That is
so annoying. I
would be a
cannot
gear
stand
grinder.
that. So I know we ain't do gear grinders in there, but I just want to.
Nah, it's cool because I'm glad you brought that up because I do have a gear
What's
grinder
your gear
of my
grinder?
own. I feel like, okay, folks, at this point, it is okay for you to acknowledge someone if you see them first, okay? I just need y'all to understand that what grinds my gears is that someone will notice you, but they won't acknowledge you. They expect you to speak first. That is a gear grinder of mine. If you see me, you can just say, hey.
And they get criticized and say, you think, you don't want to talk to nobody. What's up with you?
People do that.
Then
They do that.
They think you full of yourself, this, that, and the other, because
Especially-
you're minding your business.
I can understand
If
that.
you didn't see them.
Yeah, I did not know that when you're minding your business, you're full of yourself. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You learn something
do
new
that.
every day. Also,
That happens.
that if you are attractive, you think
You all that.
You all that. I didn't.
that happens.
So you know what? I
Crazy.
actually kind of
That
want
happens
to. I
all
want to
the
touch on this one episode. I definitely want to
Cause
touch on this.
you got a lot of heat, Kid Six, cause you feel like all these chicks will be like you conceited, you a pretty boy.
I just be minding my business with my headphones in, trying to enjoy my music,
And they come for you.
and they come for the kid. I don't know why, and I mind my business. Y'all see me, but don't even speak, but go run tell that. I don't get it. Listen, man, y'all gotta do better in life, yo. Seriously.
It's a reason. It's a reason though. I see people sometimes that don't speak if I feel like they didn't see me because I don't want to go out of my way. Hey, like
Not in
we
those
need to try to
cases,
lock
okay.
eyes.
You don't mean
If
like
we don't
that.
lock
I
eyes.
don't mean like that.
Like you got to go out your way to speak. No,
Yeah.
like you
Especially
should
if
be
we
in
don't
close
lock eyes
proximity.
and I don't know for
Facts.
sure
That's
that
what I'm
you
saying.
saw me, then I may not speak because it's like, okay, she ain't seen me. It's just, all right, it's not that heavy. But if I know we saw each other, that's something different. But if I didn't really know, like maybe she saw me, maybe she didn't. She ain't say nothing, so she ain't see me. So I just want to keep it moving.
Okay.
Yeah, some people just gotta do better
So
in
you
life
gotta
out here.
you gotta get grinded. I know that was on your chest, bro.
Side, I'm going to express more.
Yes.
More.
Man, my gear grinder is just lazy people. Like I say that because we in a new breed of lazy, where like people like if something is not directly in front of you that you need, people won't go like. I know smokers that won't ash in an ashtray if the ashtray is not within arm's reach of them.
That's crazy.
The ashtray could be where you are, and they would just ash right here because Like,
They said
you know
lazy.
how late?
Yeah.
Like, good.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
Yeah, lazy people are.
it's a new breed of lazy out here. Beware.
Damn.
Or if
Yeah,
they're
bro.
sitting right next to the trash can but ask you to throw something away.
Or just throw it on the floor. Or throw it on the ground.
Like, yeah.
That's my thing.
I'd rather
Yeah.
you ask me throw it away than you throw
People
it
walk
on the
past garbage cans an average of 12 times a day, but they throw
Crazy.
stuff on the
ground. Throw it
ground.
on the ground.
It's crazy.
So church.
We gotta do better. Church announcements, man. It's homecoming weekend. Shout out to Morgan. Shout out to Lincoln. Shout out to Bowie. Shout out to Howard.
Shout out to Towson, even though it's not HBC.
Yeah,
but whatever.
whatever. Listen, if you going to be at Lincoln, man, this Saturday actually. Shout out to Trav Q, who actually does the voice of Whose Mans Is This for the show. He is the main character in a BET film that's airing this Saturday, October 12th, Swag Inc. And he will actually be doing a premiere showing on the campus. So if you are up Lincoln, make sure you are in the area because we will be showing Swag Inc. starring Trav Q. So shout out to him,
out
man,
to
at
Trav.
7 p.m. So it's going to be a great weekend, man. I just need y'all to understand that. Drink responsibly. Have fun.
Not everybody going to homecoming.
Everybody goes to homecoming.
I'm not. I'm
Take
going.
advantage. Don't miss the you up text. All right. Don't get too drunk. All right.
I'll be in the 6 this weekend.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Anyway, listen, man, it's your big dog Kid 6. Shot Town's finest Carlton, your dig, and your girl Leah. So effing classy, and we out of here, man.